a lot of things to be afraid of, audience.
Sure.
There's a lot of things in life that are scary.
Spiders.
In politics, there are things that are scary. Climate change, the rising tide of fascism, the fact that you can't pay rent,
Yeah.
the fact that you can't afford goods or that you can't afford to start a family in this country. Those are all very scary, real problems that we need to address and be realists. But unfortunately, I think a lot of Americans are gripped by fear that is irrational, and that is an intentional thing by the people who run our nation.
For sure.
Because it keeps us from talking about the real problems.
And then they go as far. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
No, I just want to mention a few things that we were told to be scared about as we were growing up that really didn't materialize. Monkeypox, the caravan, Islamic terrorism coming into your small Texan, Kentucky,
Sharia
New York
law.
home. Sharia law, gay conversion.
They are going to convert you into being gay, not
Exactly.
just not to mention the camps that they would send people to pray away the gay. Pizzagate,
Pizzagate, Operation Jade Helm.
Oh, Jade Helm, yeah, that happened right outside Austin. That was hilarious.
They're gonna take your guns.
Yeah. Jade Helm was the federal government is invading Texas, if you were wondering what that was. And it's part of the federal government, so I don't think that's how that works.
The AIDS crisis being a threat to people being not a threat, and then an extreme use as a threat for homophobia, and never really addressed by the Reagan administration. Yep. The Soviet Union. All these things were told to us. They're something that we need to regularly be terrified of in order to keep a culture war up, in order to prop up a right-wing media structure and right-wing power alliance, and in order to maintain an American empire. Mm-hmm. That is why you were told those lies, for those fear. But I'm sorry, but you have much more likely of a chance of getting shot by a fellow American, getting shot by a police officer, even more so, by the way. Or how about this, contracting a disease and not being able to find it, getting cancer and not being able to find it because you don't have access to a doctor, you can't afford a doctor until it's too late, than you do ever of a terrorist attacking your small town Wendy's while you're in it. Mm-hmm. And yet we spent trillions of dollars as a nation, both corporate and as a government, in the war on terror, on something that was a fluke.
Yeah.
9/11 was horrible, but it was a fluke. And the vast majority of Americans should be worried about what's actually harming them, which is the rich upper class 1% working them to death their entire life and ripping them away from their families, their entertainment, their leisure time, so that they can make $1 for every cent that they make for somebody else.
Yeah.
And in order to distract from that, they make us afraid of a lot of things.